The blue haze of two-stroke smoke hangs above Brands Hatch as Weaving grabs the advantage off the start on that distinctive red and yellow machine. The South African leads the way down Paddock Hill Bend. We have a faller straight away at Druids Hill, and that's the luckless Zayat, and then an enormous high side puts out Kyle Ride, and then this happens to Jordan Weaving as they're going into Sheen Curve. So we lose 3 of the front runners within a lap and a half, and then it's down to Bradley Ray versus Luke Hedger. Ray has the advantage, but Hedger, number 22, cleaves his way inside on the way down into Paddock Hill Bend, and from that point on he holds it by an infinitesimal amount over Bradley Ray throughout the race, fencing away. Despite excursions like that, Hedger holds on to first place. Taron McKenzie eventually forces past on that beautiful little orange KTM, makes third place his own ahead of Catherine Green, and a great battle behind them between Joe Irving and the rest. And then on the final lap, a great move by Bradley Ray, just punches his way through inside Luke Hedger and leaves the championship leader stone cold to cross the line and take victory. His third victory of the series then, and that puts him right back into contention for the championship. A delighted Bradley Ray, congratulated by third place Taron McKenzie. The Metzeler National 1000 Superstock Championship, and a terrific start by Keith Farmer, but Jason O'Halloran swoops from the outside from pole position to stick his Samsung Honda firmly into at the front as we get a barrel rolling spectacular dismissal at Paddock Hill Bend on that first lap. Keith Farmer rapidly establishes himself at the front. Elbows out, he charges past early pace setter Victor Cox. Then he runs on to the curb at Stirling's. That costs him a bit of time and also allows Adam Jenkinson to show his revitalised form on the Padgett's Honda. And then 3 abreast, how good is that? As Farmer snatches back second place from O'Halloran. Jenkinson then loses out to both Farmer and O'Halloran. O'Halloran squeezing the Cheshireman as they come out of clearways. And then these two really going at it, hammer and tongs. Number 303, Keith Farmer, the man who would be champion, but the man who's fighting with him for that title, Jason O'Halloran, pushes the blue Honda back to the front. And then this huge moment on the last lap going down Westfield gives Keith Farmer hope, but O'Halloran clings bravely on to win for Samsung Honda. Second place, Rapid Solicitors Kawasaki's Keith Farmer. Third place, the Padgett's Honda. But an absolutely jubilant Jason O'Halloran wins it. Off the line in the Metzeler National Superstock 600 Championship, and initially looks like a great start for title leader Ben Burke on his red and white Yamaha, but he's taken round the outside by the black Yamaha of James Lodge. And then unexpectedly Matthew Paolo surges to the front and challenges, in fact vigorously overtakes through Westfield. James Lodge apologises but then runs wide as they go down through Paddock Hill Bend, and the 20-year-old Scottish student gets levered aside through Druids. Now the Motor Breakers Yamahas gang up on Matthew Paolo. He runs wide going down Paddock Hill Bend, and that means that it's a Motor Breakers Yamaha 1-2-3 as we surge up Halewood Hill. The boys have got to sort this out at the moment. Jimmy Rose leads it, James Lodge is second, Jake Dixon third, Ben Burke runs wide. This time it's Jimmy Rose's turn to go almost off track through Paddock Hill Bend, not a place you want to be offline. And then Jake Dixon assaults James Lodge as they charge down Pilgrim's Drop and takes the lead going into Hawthorns. So a really classy 1-2-3 for the Motor Breakers Yamaha's boys. They've just got to sort out the order really, and as they surge for the finishing line, it's victory for Jake Dixon ahead of James Lodge, Jimmy Rose third, Ben Burke in fourth place, retains his championship lead. But a great ride then, and his second victory of the season for Jake Dixon. Rob Guyver, the winner on Friday on the Indy circuit, starts from pole position but gets rather blocked out into the first turn, and as they hammer down and up Halewood Hill, Unexpectedly, it's Conor Bean challenging for the lead, and Bean does grab the advantage from the Finn Valter Patronen, surprise runner-up on Friday, as they charge across the top straight. Patronen then gets involved in a skirmish with the championship runner-up, number 5, South Africa's Phil Atkinson. Atkinson finally drags his way through up Druids Hill Bend. Atkinson then running in second place, Patronen in third. A proper international field here, with Cheshire falling to South Africa as we go into Surtees. Phil Atkinson drags himself through into the lead, Patronen in third place. And then Patronen versus Conor Bean. Bean levers his way through uphill into Druids, back into second place for the tall Cheshireman, making this weekend his debut in the Triumph Triple Challenge. Meanwhile, championship leader Rob Guyver desperately tried to get back into contention. Eventually he does get through to third place, but on the final lap Bean has a massive off through Hawthorns, and that leaves Phil Atkinson clear to take victory and cut the advantage to championship leader Rob Guyver. Great ride for the Jack Lilly Triumph team. Atkinson wins.
It's a 10-lapper. It was hot out there, and there was drama from the word go because poor old Ben Holland was stuck in the pits. This was the contact between Roger Lovelock and Sean Hegarty at the start. The Bill-based BMW slotted into 5th place, but from the word go you could see where the battle was going to be between the number 49 outfit and the number 33 of Hegarty and Lawson. Scott Lorry, meanwhile, getting boxed in a bit from the second row, very quickly dispatched Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson to make his intentions felt. He made it onto the podium, but he would dearly have loved the win. At the front, though, it got hotter and hotter and hotter as Lovelock and Lawrence scrapped with Sean Hegarty and Callum Lawson. Lawson and Hegarty moving through to take the lead at approximately half distance. Lovelock, though, fought back up to Druids. Meanwhile, Scott Lorry and James Neve were there lurking, ever present. Out went John Clark and Stuart Graham with a blow-up, sensibly getting the outfit off the racing line as quickly as they possibly could. But Hegarty then, once he got his nose in front, had to ride a defensive line, and once having got the hammer down, then Lovelock eventually dropped away. But the victory, terrific stuff, and that was it. Hegarty and Lawson from Lovelock and Lawrence, what a fantastic race.